Welcome to Dream Speak English. In every video, we explore stories that bring English to life. Today's journey takes us into crossing the stream together. Let's get started. Part 1. The Water's Edge. The sun hangs low in the western sky. Golden light spreads across the valley like honey poured from a distant jar. A narrow stream runs through the meadow, cutting the land into two soft halves. The water moves slowly here, making small sounds as it passes over smooth stones. These stones have rested beneath the current for hundreds of years, growing round and gentle under the water's touch. A man stands at the water's edge. His feet press into the damp earth near the bank. Beside him, a woman looks at the stream. The water reaches from one green shore to the other, maybe 5 steps across, maybe 6. The depth appears shallow, coming perhaps to the ankle, perhaps to the knee. She cannot tell from where she stands. He extends his hand toward her. His palm opens, patient and still. She looks at his hand, then at his face, then back at the moving water. The stream carries small leaves downstream. They spin gently as they travel, following paths the water chooses for them. This moment exists outside of time. It belongs to every era and no particular moment. In ancient Greece, travelers crossed streams on their way to distant temples. In medieval villages, farmers guided their families across shallow rivers during harvest season. In old China, wanderers helped strangers ford narrow waterways along mountain paths. The gesture, one person offering a hand, another person deciding whether to take it, appears in paintings hanging in museums, in poems written on aging paper, in songs sung by grandmothers to children before sleep. The woman places her hand in his. Their fingers close around each other, forming a bridge before the stream creates its own. This connection changes the moment from solitary to shared. What existed as uncertainty becomes something else, a passage undertaken together. They step forward. The water accepts their weight. Cool liquid surrounds their feet, and the stream's voice grows louder. Small ripples form circles around their ankles, spreading outward in patterns that fade before reaching the shore. The stones beneath feel smooth against bare skin. Each step requires balance. Each movement asks the body to trust the ground it cannot fully see. He walks slightly ahead, testing the depth with each stride. His hand stays firm in hers, offering steadiness. She follows, her steps coming after his, her weight shifting from one foot to the next. The stream flows around them, indifferent to their presence yet accommodating their passage. Midway across, they pause. The water moves past their legs in steady currents. Small fish dart between the stones, quick flashes of silver in the dimming light. The woman looks down at the stream bed, seeing pebbles of different colors, gray and brown and rust and white. Each stone tells a story of time and pressure, of being carried by floods and resting in stillness. In mythology, water represents transition. Rivers mark boundaries between worlds. Streams separate the known from the unknown. To cross water means to move from one state of being into another. The ancient Greeks spoke of the river Styx, which the dead must cross to reach the afterlife. Norse legends describe Bifrost, the rainbow bridge spanning realms. In Celtic tales, fairies dwell near streams, and mortals who cross certain waters find themselves in places where time moves differently. But this stream carries no magic except the ordinary magic of water itself. It flows. It reflects light. It provides passage for those willing to enter it. Part 2. The Stones Beneath. The journey across continues. Each stone beneath their feet has waited here through countless seasons. Spring floods rushed over them with force. Summer droughts exposed them to air and sun. Autumn leaves fell upon them, decaying into the soil nearby. Winter ice formed around them, turning the stream into a temporary stillness. Stones teach patience to those who learn their language. They endure, they accept, they remain present through transformation. The man's grip adjusts as the woman's foot slips slightly on a moss-covered rock. His hand tightens just enough to prevent a fall, then relaxes again when balance returns. This small adjustment, barely noticeable, demonstrates trust in practice. Trust lives in these micro-moments, these tiny calibrations between two people moving through space together. Psychologists study trust as a fundamental element of human connection. Babies trust their parents to hold them. Students trust teachers to guide their learning. Communities trust leaders to make decisions for the common good. This trust begins with small acts: a hand offered, a word spoken honestly, a promise kept. In pastoral cultures throughout history, people depended on each other for survival. A farmer could not harvest all the grain alone before storms came. Shepherds worked together to protect flocks from wolves. Villages shared food during lean winters. The woman crossing the stream with the man's assistance mirrors these ancient patterns of cooperation. Medieval manuscripts show images of travelers helping each other across rivers. One person steadies the boat while another climbs in. A strong individual carries a weaker one on their shoulders through rushing water. These images appear in margins of religious texts and histories, small illustrations acknowledging that survival often depends on mutual support. The woman's other hand reaches out, finding balance in the air. Her fingers spread like the branches of the willow trees growing along the far bank. Those willows have stood for decades, their roots drinking from the stream while their branches wave in the wind. Birds nest in their leaves during spring. Children climb their trunks in summer. The trees give shelter without asking anything in return. 3 steps remain. The far shore draws closer. Tall grasses grow there, bending in the evening breeze. Their seed heads catch the last golden light, glowing briefly before the sun drops lower. Beyond the grasses, a path continues into the meadow, winding between wildflowers and through the lengthening shadows of afternoon. The water grows shallower near the bank. It reaches only to their ankles now, barely covering their feet. The stones here lie smaller and more numerous, creating a gentle slope up to dry land. The current moves faster in this shallower water, rushing around obstacles with more urgency. Part 3. Emerging and continuing. They step onto the shore together. Water drips from their feet and legs, falling back into the stream like small offerings returned to the source. The grass feels soft and warm beneath them, heated by the day's sun. They release hands slowly, the connection breaking gradually rather than all at once. The woman turns to look back at the stream they crossed. From this side, the water appears different. The light hits it at a new angle. The stones visible from this shore include some she could not see from the other side. The willow trees frame the view, their leaves rustling in the breeze. Every crossing changes the person who crosses. The woman standing on this shore differs from the woman who stood on the other. She carries the experience of the stream now, the coolness of the water, the smoothness of the stones, the steadiness of the hand that guided her. These sensations become memory, and memory shapes identity. Poets write about crossings constantly. They use rivers as metaphors for time's passage, for the distance between lovers, for the journey from innocence to experience. Robert Frost wrote about 2 roads diverging in a yellow wood. Langston Hughes described a river flowing ancient as the world. T.S. Eliot began a poem with, "The river is a strong brown god." These poets understood that water in motion captures something essential about human existence. The constant flow, the inability to step in the same stream twice, the way currents carry us forward whether we choose to move or not. Folklore contains countless stories of crossings. Fairy tales feature characters who must cross enchanted streams to reach castles or escape danger. Folk songs describe lovers meeting at river fords, where water serves as both obstacle and meeting place. Legends tell of bridges guarded by trolls or spirits, where travelers must prove their worth to pass. But this crossing required no magic words or payment. It asked only for the willingness to enter the water, to accept help, to move forward despite uncertainty about depth or current. The man walks ahead now, following the path into the meadow. The woman follows, her footsteps pressing into the same earth his feet touched moments before. They walk in comfortable silence. Words feel unnecessary after the shared experience of crossing. Sometimes bodies communicate what language cannot. The offer of a hand speaks volumes, and the acceptance of that hand completes a conversation. The meadow stretches wide around them. Wildflowers grow in scattered clusters, purple thistles, yellow buttercups, white daisies nodding on long stems. Bees move between the flowers, gathering the last pollen before evening arrives completely. Their buzzing creates a low song that mixes with the wind's whisper and the stream's distant murmur. In ancient times, meadows like this one served as common ground. Villages shared grazing lands where all could bring their animals. These spaces belonged to everyone and to no one. They existed for the community's benefit, places where individual needs met collective resources. The concept of shared space appears throughout human history. Town squares, village greens, public gardens, these locations allow people to gather, to connect, to remember they belong to something larger than themselves. The stream they crossed flows through such a space, available to all who need to pass from one side to the other. Part 4. The light fading into evening. The path curves gently, following the land's natural contours. Small stones line its edges, placed long ago by hands that have turned to dust. These stones mark the way without forcing it, suggesting direction while allowing freedom. Above them, the sky begins its evening transformation. The brilliant gold of sunset gives way to softer colors, peach and rose and pale lavender. Clouds stretch thin across the western horizon, catching light that seems to come from within rather than from beyond. Birds fly homeward, their wings dark silhouettes against the colored sky. Their calls echo across the meadow, announcing the coming night. The woman thinks about the crossing. She remembers hesitating at the water's edge, feeling uncertain about the depth, wondering if she could manage the passage alone. She considers what changed when the hand was offered, not her ability to cross, perhaps, but her confidence in attempting it. This distinction matters. Confidence grows through experience, and experience accumulates through attempts. Every crossing adds to the collection of crossings already made. The woman who walked through this stream becomes someone who knows she can walk through streams. The knowledge lives in her body now, in her muscles and balance and memory. Child development researchers study how confidence builds. Young children learn to walk by falling repeatedly. They learn to speak by making sounds that slowly form into words. They learn to trust by receiving care consistently. Each small success creates a foundation for the next attempt. Each time someone offers help and that help proves reliable, trust deepens. The man stops walking. He looks back to check that she still follows. This small gesture, the glance over the shoulder, the pause in movement, demonstrates continued awareness. He does not assume her presence. He confirms it. In art throughout history, painters have captured moments of journey and companionship. Medieval manuscripts show pilgrims traveling together to holy sites. Renaissance paintings depict families moving through landscapes, children holding parents' hands. Impressionist works capture couples walking through parks or along rivers, their figures suggesting connection without explicit narrative. These images recognize that human beings travel through life in each other's company. Even the most solitary person was once a child who needed help to survive. Even the most independent adult sometimes requires assistance. The illusion of complete self-sufficiency dissolves when examined closely. We live embedded in networks of connection, whether we acknowledge them or not. The path leads toward a small grove of trees in the distance. Oak trees mostly, their broad leaves rustling as the wind picks up slightly. The evening breeze carries the scent of grass and earth and distant water. It touches their skin, cooling the warmth from the day's sun. Seasons cycle through this landscape endlessly. Spring brings new grass and flowers blooming. Summer heats the earth and ripens the grain in distant fields. Autumn turns the leaves to gold and red before they fall. Winter covers everything with snow or frost or rain, depending on the climate. Through all these changes, the stream continues flowing. The stones remain beneath its surface. The path endures, walked by countless feet across countless years. This permanence offers comfort. The world contains spaces that persist despite human impermanence. Trees outlive the people who plant them. Streams outlast the individuals who cross them. Stones remember nothing yet witness everything, present for all passages. Part 5. Arrival and Rest. The grove draws closer. Shadows pool beneath the oak trees, creating a cool darkness that promises rest. The man and woman reach the edge of the grove as the sun touches the horizon, beginning its final descent below the world's edge. They settle beneath the largest oak. Its trunk rises wide and solid, bark rough with age and marked by time's passage. Roots spread across the ground, creating natural seats and shelter. The woman leans back against the trunk, feeling its solidity against her spine. The man sits nearby, his breathing quiet and even. From here, they can see back across the meadow to where the stream runs through the grass. The water catches the last light, reflecting the sky's colors, orange and pink and deepening blue. The willows stand dark against the brightness, their branches forming graceful arcs above the water. The crossing feels both recent and distant. It happened minutes ago, yet already settles into memory, taking its place among other crossings, other moments of assistance and trust. Memory works this way, transforming the immediate into the permanent, turning experience into story. Stories carry culture forward. Before writing existed, people shared stories orally, passing knowledge from generation to generation through tale and song. These stories taught lessons about survival, about morality, about the nature of existence. They entertained during long dark winters. They preserved history when no other record existed. The story of crossing the stream, simple as it appears, contains layers of meaning that unfold with reflection. It speaks about trust and interdependence. It demonstrates how assistance works between people. It shows how natural obstacles become opportunities for connection. It reveals that journeys undertaken together differ from journeys made alone. This story belongs to everyone who has ever needed help, ever offered help, ever stood at a threshold wondering whether to cross. It belongs to every culture that values cooperation. It belongs to the long history of human beings helping each other survive and thrive. The evening deepens. Stars begin appearing in the eastern sky, faint at first, then brighter as darkness grows. The moon rises, a curved shape climbing above the distant hills. Its light falls across the meadow, turning the grass silver and making the stream visible as a dark line winding through the land. Night brings its own peace. The urgency of day fades. The meadow's creatures settle into their nocturnal patterns. Owls call from the grove. Small animals rustle in the grass. The stream continues its endless journey, flowing past the sleeping landscape. The woman's breathing slows. Her body relaxes against the tree trunk. The crossing completed, the path walked, the destination reached. These accomplishments allow rest. Tomorrow will bring new streams to cross, new paths to follow, new hands to offer or accept. But tonight requires only stillness, only the quiet beneath the oak tree, only the gentle darkness spreading across the world. The man's eyes close. The woman's thoughts drift. Together they rest in the grove, two people who crossed a stream at sunset, their journey complete for now, their story joining the countless stories of crossing and connection that humans have told since language began. The stream flows on. The stars wheel overhead. The earth turns beneath them. And in the peaceful darkness, all journeys pause, all crossings wait for morning, all passages rest between one shore and the next. Thank you for listening to tonight's story. We hope these gentle words brought you peace and perhaps taught you something new about English and the world. Please subscribe to Dreamspeak English for more nighttime stories. If you have a story idea you'd like to hear, leave a comment below. Until next time, sleep well.